Welcome back to Old Charles. Today we diving into the United States quarter. 1965 is one of the most interesting coins in American history because it marks a major change in the way U.S. coins were made. Before 1965, quarters contained 90% silver, which gave them both collector value and precious metal value. Rising silver prices during the early 1960s created a coin shortage across the country. People began saving silver coins instead of spending them, and this caused problems for everyday commerce. To solve the issue, the United States Mint introduced a new quarter in 1965 made from a copper-nickel clad composition. The outer layers were copper-nickel while the center was pure copper. This allowed the government to reduce production costs and keep enough coins in circulation. Although the design remained almost the same, the metal content changed completely, making the 1965 quarter an important part of American coin history. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The reverse displays the famous eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and olive branches. This classic design was used for many decades and remains popular among collectors. Millions of 1965 quarters were produced because the nation needed large numbers of coins. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 1 billion examples, making it one of the highest mintage quarters ever produced. Because of this large production, most circulated coins are common and usually worth only face value. However, condition plays a major role in determining value. A 1965 quarter that has spent years in circulation may only be worth 25 cents. Coins with sharp details and little wear can sell for several dollars. Uncirculated examples that still display original mint luster are much more desirable and can command higher prices among collectors. Some 1965 quarters become valuable because of mint errors. Error coins are mistakes that occur during the manufacturing process. Examples include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. These rare errors can attract strong interest and may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. Collectors also search for exceptionally preserved examples with strong eye appeal. Professional grading services evaluate coins and assign numerical grades. A high-grade 1965 quarter can bring impressive prices at auctions, especially if it ranks among the finest known examples. Another interesting fact is that some people still search through pocket change hoping to find a rare transitional error. Although extremely uncommon, there have been reports of silver planchet errors from the mid-1960s. Such discoveries are highly prized because they combine historical significance with rarity. The value of a 1965 quarter depends on several factors, including condition, rarity, grading, and the presence of any errors. While most examples remain common, there are always exceptions that can surprise collectors. This is why coin hunting continues to be a popular hobby across the United States and around the world. If you own a 1965 Washington quarter, take a closer look before spending it. Check for unusual features, strong details, and signs of exceptional preservation. What appears to be an ordinary coin could have a much higher value than expected. The 1965 quarter remains a fascinating reminder of a turning point in American coinage history and continues to attract collectors more than 60 years after it was first released. The history of the United States quarter. 1965 begins during a period of major change in American coinage. In the early 1960s, the United States faced a serious coin shortage. Silver prices were rising and many people started saving silver coins because their metal value was becoming more valuable. As a result, fewer coins remained in circulation and businesses struggled to obtain enough change for everyday transactions. To address this problem, the United States Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965. This law changed the composition of several American coins, including the quarter dollar. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. Starting in 1965, the quarter was produced using a copper core covered by layers of copper nickel. This new composition removed silver from the coin and reduced production costs while helping the government increase coin output. The design of the quarter remained unchanged. The front continued to feature George Washington, whose portrait had appeared on the quarter since 1932. The reverse displayed the traditional heraldic eagle design that Americans had known for decades. By keeping the same appearance, the government hoped the public would easily accept the new coins. Production of the 1965 quarter began on a massive scale. The United States Mint worked hard to meet public demand and produced more than 1 billion quarters that year. To discourage collectors from hoarding new coins, mint marks were temporarily removed from coins struck between 1965 and 1967. Because of this, all regular 1965 quarters appear without a mint mark regardless of where they were produced. The introduction of the clad quarter marked the end of an era in American coinage. It was the first regular issue quarter intended